Hey guys, happy Sunday. No, Saturday. It's Saturday. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. We took Noah to a music class this morning and he loved it. We actually signed him up for a full school year. But I wanted to pop down here because I actually got this question twice in my inbox this week and I thought that might help some of you, so I wanted to hop in here quick and record a video live, obviously, and that is how I weaned Noah. When I started weaning him, he was 2.5 years old, and I'm sure a lot of you know, because I said it like 1,000 times probably on my social media, is I weaned him because I needed to get my wisdom teeth out. And I loved nursing. I love nursing, but at that point, at 2.5, I was exhausted, and my biggest worry was getting my wisdom teeth and out, and then having all these medications in me, and not being able to nurse with the anesthesia, and then have to deal with milk supply issues. So I said to myself, okay, I had to wean, but I had to do it fast. So I wanted to give you guys some tips on the process that I did with weaning, and hoping that it helps you. It took me about 4 to 5 weeks to fully wean Noah at 2.5. So number one is I started with knocking the habit of him nursing to sleep. Okay. If you can relate to this is such a nasty habit to have. What I started to do is I started to tell him no more nurse right before he fell asleep, because I wanted him to learn and I wanted him to know that he can sleep on his own and he didn't need that comfort. So my biggest thing is, like, I need him to know that he can't nurse to sleep anymore. And it was hard. It was really hard. It took him about a good week to master it. But I would give him a time frame. So this is kind of like what I did. So I would tell him, okay, you have 5 minutes of nursing and then we got to turn around and we have to go to sleep. But I didn't want him to fall asleep as he was nursing. So we would play little silly games. We would tickle each other. I would, laugh at him, tell him where his head, can you find your head? I didn't want to overstimulate him, but I didn't want him to fall asleep. So that was the first thing. And that's, after that 5-minute time frame, I said, okay, time to turn over. And he eventually fell asleep. So that really worked out well. After that, number 2 is I cut out the night nursing. I can't talk tonight. I cut out the night nursing session. Now, if you moms can relate with me, this was like the hardest thing I had to ever go through, because Noah, still at 2.5, was waking up like 3 times during the night, and I was exhausted. So I was like, this is the biggest thing that I need to knock. He would kick. He would scream, he would throw fits, he would literally like punch me and Peter in the face. He co-sleep too. But I refused to nurse him if he woke up. Like, that was my consistency. I'm like, I am not nursing this kid if he wakes up, because I knew he was just doing it for the comfort. Like, I knew he didn't need to nurse throughout the night. So, again, number 1, I started to knock off that night nursing, and number 2, I refused to nurse him during the night. And again, it took him a good week adjustment period, and then he was good. Then number 3 is I tackled the morning feed. The morning, he just had a really bad habit of just waking up and just knowing that I would nurse him. So what I did is I found something that he loved to fill his habit, and that was chocolate milk and a banana in the morning. And chocolate milk was like Ovaltine. Okay, don't school me, but it worked for us, and it kind of like filled that hate he had for me, that he knew he would get chocolate milk in the morning with the banana, which is his favorite fruit, and that made the process a lot easier. He doesn't have chocolate milk every morning now, but through that weaning process, it helped us out a lot. And the last thing I did, I kind of did it at the same time, is I tackled the nap time and then the bedtime nursing session. And I say I do it at the same time because I really wanted to tackle nighttime for nap time first, but because I told him he couldn't he couldn't nurse during nap time, he kind of like learned that he couldn't, you know, fall asleep nursing or nurse at bedtime, and he kind of just did it himself. But I'm telling you guys, the biggest thing with weaning is consistency and with dedication on us parts, because we're moms. We don't like to see our kids cry. We don't like to see them kick and scream. It's still, you know, through the whole nursing process, again, it took me 4 to like 5 weeks. It pained me, you know, to see that he, you know, wanted to nurse so badly, and, you know, something that I comforted him through, you know, 2.5 years. And I was just like taking it away from him. But I'm telling you guys, we got through it. And, you know, he still loves me. You know, that's a good thing. But I just hope these tips helped out. Again, a couple people asked me this week, and I hope this helps out. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. Bye.